GameZone. And of course, it's not the GameZone Birdroom without all the birds. What have I got for you today, guys? Well, it's a pickup video. Yes, my June and July pickups of 2023. And it's all Sega Saturn stuff. First one I picked up was this beauty. Won it for £30. Yep, Samurai Showdown 3. Complete, big box with ROM cart. Well happy with this one. Was on my list to get. Love my fighting games, and this is an absolute stunner. SNK, they produce some brilliant fighting games. This obviously was on the Neo Geo as well, but got ported over to the Sega Saturn, and it's an incredible port. Almost arcade perfect with that 4MB RAM card. Not quite 100%. There is a little bit of slowdown here and there, but beggars can't be choosers. And if you didn't have a Neo Geo, this port was the best you can get on any system at the time. Next up, we have an absolute classic, Space Invaders for the Sega Saturn. This was up for £26, but it said make an offer, which I sent an offer to the chap for £19. He came back with 20, so I was quite happy with that. £20, all complete with the spine card as well. This is my favourite version of the 4 different arcade games of Space Invaders on it. Looks quite similar to the Spectrum version. And who doesn't love Space Invaders? It's probably one of the most important games of all time with Pac-Man. Absolute classic. Yeah, very happy that this has joined the collection. And even better that I picked it up for 20 quid. Because most of the time I've seen it, and not seen it much, I've seen it for around 40 quid. So yeah, proper happy. Next game is another game I won on eBay. Yeah, most of these are either best offer or I won. And yes, it's Resident Evil, the PAL version for the Sega Saturn. Been wanting this game for quite some time, but prices have gone up, unfortunately. But I won this for the grand total of £31. The next game, it's a bit of a funny story. It's a bit of a fuck up, to tell you the truth, but turned out to be a good fuck up in the end. This game is responsible for making me fall in love with survival horror games. This game was just incredible back in the day. Didn't even own a PlayStation at this point. It was my brother's system, but ended up buying this game just to play it on his console. And yeah, I did fall in love with it. You know, I love zombies anyway. You know, they're probably my favourite horror films. Zombie films like Dawn of the Dead. And this came so close to capturing, you know, what the movies were like. You know, it was quite an unreal experience. What a game, though. I mean, the when you encounter that first zombie, where it does that cut scene, just blew my mind away. And shit me up as well, to be honest. Also had a new change of underwear. No, I didn't. Looking back at this now, I mean, this was not winning any Oscars, was it? I mean, the acting performance in this is so laughable now. But it's brilliant. I mean, I would not change a thing about this game. Sure, the tank controls are quite stiff, the camera angles are not always helpful, but despite all that, this game is still very playable. There's Barry Burton there, the acting chops on him. I love Chris Redfield's look in a minute. You could tell he's an old bastard. Look at that. Look, you wouldn't want to mess with him. He's brilliant in it. He's brilliant. It's just so 90s. It's really is brilliant. It brings back a lot of great memories. Love this game. I'm so happy it's in the collection now. No, he put all his acting might into that. No, don't go. It's funny, a lot of these AAA games now, they have like really big actors, like, you know, some of the DLCs for like the Call of Duty games. Yeah, but back in the 90s, we got these guys.
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is.
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers.
Now, what the fuck is she smiling about? She's in a zombie apocalypse. Silly man. Here comes Mr. Cole, look at that. Make sure you give me best side, alright?
Resident Evil.
I don't know what happened.
Barry! Where's Barry?
Well, I'm sorry. but he's probably...
No. What is that?
I'll go and check.
Okay, Jill and I will stay in the hall in case of an emergency.
Chris? Take care.
Oh, don't say that, Jill. I want to stay now. You go, bitch. The famous zombie scene. This was brilliant. Back in the day, this really shit me up. Anyway, this is the fuck up that I made. I put a bid on this originally, Biohazard, before I saw the PAL region of Resident Evil, and I completely forgot about this bid. I won Resident Evil a day before, and this didn't end until 2 days' time, and I really thought I was going to get outbidded. But yeah, I totally forgot about it. And a few days later, I got an email saying, "You've won this." And I thought, oh, for fuck's sake, why don't I cancel it or do something? And, you know, I'm a person, if I won it, I'll buy it. So I won this for £15. Yeah, no other bids was put on it, so yeah, I bought it in the end. But I'm actually quite happy I did, because this is the uncut version. It's got all the extra gore scenes and, you know, that famous scene where the zombie turns round and the head sort of plops on the floor. So yeah, I'm quite happy to have this version, add it to my Japanese Sega Saturn collection. But yeah, I'll just let this play out.
Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared.
Look, Chris!
It was Bravo team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
Hey! Come here!
STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is.
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Biohazard.
I don't know what happened.
Barry! Where's Barry?
Well, I'm sorry, but he's probably...
No.
So this next game is a game that was recommended to me by my good friend James from Retro Import Gamer. He sent me a link to this and saying, this is a cheap shooter, mate, you should get this. And yeah, £15. I mean, when I checked after I brought it, yeah, I saw it pretty much going for like 30 quid. So I've got it pretty much half price. And yeah, it's a good looking shooter. Took me a while to get used to the controls. It's a bit of a weird one because you're not really shooting at anything. You've got to lock on to the targets and then, you know, send your missiles after them. So yeah, it took a while to get used to it, but once you get used to the control scheme, it's not a bad little game really. Some nice cutscenes that are sort of in the old manga style of animation. But yeah, really nice cheap shooter, which usually the shooters on the Saturn are very expensive games. Also, I forgot to mention the name of the game, the Super Dimension Fortress Macross, if I'm saying that right. James picked this up recently in a video, he pronounced it a lot better than me, so you can always check that out. I'll leave a link to his channel. So for £15, it's a nice little addition to my Japanese Sega Saturn collection. Nice one, James, for the recommendation. Good man. And I saved the best to last. I was well chuffed for winning this for £29 on eBay. Yes, layer section, or better known in the West as Galactic Attack. One of the greatest shooters to ever grace the Sega Saturn. In fact, it was James again, Retro Import Gamer, that sent me a link to this game that was coming up to an end. I kept an eye on it, had it on my watch list, and yeah, I just I just nipped it in the bud at the last second to win it for 29 quid. Well chuffed. Yeah, layer section can easily go for anywhere between 40 to 60 pounds. So yeah, 29 quid, winning it, bargain. As I said, you're getting one of the best shoot 'em up for the system. So it's nice to have a few shooters now, you know, Space Invaders, Sky Target, the Super Dimension Fortress game, and of course, this layer section, Galactic Attack, as it's better known in the West. That is it, guys. That's my pickup for June and July 2023. Some nice Sega Saturn games added to the collection. Well chuffed. If you enjoyed the video, guys, you know what to do. Button bash that like, subscribe, hit that little bell. Take it easy. GameZone!